you know, another thing we want to point out here is this, like we were saying, you don't want to put your right foot, if you're a right-handed Uchi Mata guy, you don't want to put that right at the middle. So don't really worry too much about what that does other than clip the inside of his leg here. When I say clip, I don't mean like hurt it. I mean just sweep it with it. You don't need to lift with that leg at all. So it's really, like I said, it's a whipping, twisting motion, spinning motion. So watch what he does. He spins on the outside. There you go. See, it's the back step really is what gets him and pulling him into the action and throw forward into the... What I work on, guys, is Uchi Mata. I like this kind of Uchi Mata because you see a lot of people bent over today. They're fighting out low, and you know whether Judo or Sambo, maybe BJJ, so you guys bent over. So this is really an ideal way to hit Uchi Mata. It's also great for newer guys to learn Uchi Mata. I think this is a great way to learn. There's a quicker learning curve for this than the standard lifting style Uchi Mata. So we're going to do this. Derek is being very defensive. He's all bent over. He's an ideal candidate to get thrown with this type of Uchi Mata. Okay. Some things I'm going to do to set him up. All right. I want to get a grip by my left hand on the sleeve. I want to get a fairly long grip, in fact, very long grip, down here at the end of his sleeve because you'll see how this comes in here. Okay. Some of you may grab a little higher. This is my preference, and you'll see why I'm doing it in a moment here. Now, on the other hand, will be right around here. About this part of the judo gi here. I'm not going to come over the way to grip. You can if it's really bent over being excessively defensive, but often you'll probably get this angle here. There's a lot of gi to get grip here. Here's your corner here to grip with your right hand. Here's your surtei. Here's your other hand, your hikitei, your pulling hand. So we got angles. We basically, how I always like to say, I'm wrapping a rope or a belt around him. That's what I'm doing here, like this. Bam, I've got him in here. So I've got the grip. Right? So he's backing off. There's some distance between us. He's relatively safe. He is actually. But what I'm going to do is make up that distance just by my movement. Okay? So when I do this, I'm a sugar foot. In other words, I keep my right foot just slightly on the inside of his foot. I'm not going to get real close to him. Now, if I can be fine, but I'll probably sweep him just like you demoed there. So I'm going to be out here a little bit. So there's a bit of space, but notice my foot is not up here. It's here, because this is going to pivot, and I'm going to be using that as a weapon. He will be showing this on Eric in a moment. So when he's all bent over here, like this, so I'm leading with my right foot, and here's my grip, all right? And what's going to happen is, I'm going to spin on this foot, I'm going to spin this back foot very deep. Okay, don't, just have to go way deep back here. As soon as this foot hits, that's this foot's cue to attack. Okay, so if you feel like this, spin and a sweep. It is a pretty quick movement. It's a fast movement. So if you're like this, now watch it. And as I do that, I'm going to be pulling him into the direction of the throw. So spin and sweep. See how I'm making up the distance between our bodies with my movement? That's where movement really is essential in good Judo, Sambo, Jiu-Jitsu. So as you're like this, here we go, and I spin backward, and as soon as that foot is here, let's come over here, you can key in on this driving leg, this support leg here. As soon as that hits back here, bam, kind of parallel to his foot. You don't have to make it super deep, but deep enough that you don't want to be up here and try to do it, because you'll be out of position. You want to spin around pretty much parallel to his foot. When it's there, then you make the sweep. So I'm going to have Derek do this in a second here on Eric. If you like this, pull here as you do. Now the hands, as you're doing this spin, you're bringing them with you. See how you're just sucking them in. Just like you're sucking them in like this. And that's what you're doing. You're just spinning, and like that, you're ready to sweep. You're ready to go. Now watch how he leads.
Okay, so in, okay, hold and swing, pivot.
On your grip, again, you don't want to put this great big looping grip over here. When you do your grip on this, don't reach over his shoulder unless he's really a sucker, But he probably won't go for that. Go around his deltoid, so you catch him here, and somewhere around this side of the back, on the side of the left side of the back scapular area here. Lock it in. Now you don't want to lift your elbow. Keep them sucked in tight, because you're literally pulling them into you as you do this, okay? So if you float your elbow up, you might throw them, but it's not as strong as if you suck them in with both hands like this. That's what we were showing you guys. backing off, there's some distance between us. He's relatively safe. He is actually. But what I'm going to do is make up that distance just by my movement, okay? So when I do this, I'm going to sugar foot. In other words, keep my right foot just slightly on the inside of his foot. I'm not going to get real close to him. Now, if I can be fine, but I'll probably sweeten just like you demoed there. So I'm going to be out here a little bit. See, there's a bit of space, but notice my foot is not out here. It's here. Because this is going to pivot, and I'm going to be using that as a weapon. He will be showing this on Eric in a moment. So when he's all bent over here like this, so I'm leading with my right foot, and here's my grip, all right? And what's going to happen is, what's going to happen is I'm going to spin on this foot. I'm going to spin this back foot very deep. Okay, don't, just it has to go way deep back here. As soon as this foot hits, that's this foot's cue to attack. So you're like this, and watch. And as I do that, I'm going to be pulling him into the direction of the throw. So spin and sweep. See how I'm making up the distance between our bodies with my movement? That's where movement really is essential in good Judo, Sambo, Jiu-Jitsu. So it's here like this. Here we go. And I spin backward. And as soon as that foot is here, let's come in here. You can key in on this driving leg, this support leg here. As soon as that hits back here, bam, kind of parallel to his foot. You don't have to make it super deep, but deep enough that you don't want to be up here and try to do it because you'll be out of position. You want to spin around pretty much parallel to his foot. When it's there, then you make the sweep. So I'm going to have Derek do this in a second here on Eric. If you like this, pull here as you do. Now the hands, as you're doing this spin, you're bringing them with you. See how you're just sucking them in. It's just like you're sucking them in like this. And that's what you're doing. You're spinning, and like that, you're ready to sweep. It's ready to go.
Coach was first showing me this move. He really emphasized getting wide with my feet, and that's what really sold it for me. Is because if you're wide, you're naturally going to come in contact with the leg on the outside and not up the middle, okay?
You're talking about his left leg wide.
Yeah. This leg pivots out nice and wide, so that naturally, when you lift that leg, it's going to come right up on the knee and the lower calf. If I go shallowly, I'm coming up on the upper part of the thigh and up the middle, okay? So shallow, boom, right up the middle, okay? Wide, right there. And second.
There you go. See how quick it is. Okay, a little slower to parse it down. If you have anything to add, go ahead.
Okay. So it's almost like I'm going to swing a hook with the right as I'm moving. Okay. I'll normally be out here on the edge and then I sugar foot in with like a little teeny tiny step. And as soon as I get that step, it's go time. You start pull this sucker like you're starting a lawnmower. You swing this side so that he's starting to move, and then it's a big pivot, and right about there where the head starts to dip, that's when your other leg on the inside lifts up, and then you just finish with your hands.
See, you notice how he finished with control. He stayed up. He didn't need to roll all the way over him. I mean, he might be in a situation you might have to. He might pull you over on, but you're still throwing him. But try to finish like he did, with good control at the end.
Okay, so in, okay, pull and swing, pivot.
Notice where he's hitting him on his foot. He's not coming in here way deep. He's kind of hitting shy along here, maybe even low here. Somewhere around here on the inside of his left thigh with my right foot, or my right leg. So I'm doing this. There's not a lot of big sweeping up through here. You don't have to do that. It's catching this. This is why I call it the leg style Uchi Mata, because you're really attacking his leg. Watch his legs. It looks like he's going up deeper, but boy, he's catching right along here. And that's exactly where he wants it, right along the inside of that thigh. It's very good technique because you find a lot of guys bent over. You might find somebody who's really low and squat, kind of, don't be so defensive, just kind of be, come on, just a second. Yeah, really low, but he's low like this. He's got a good straight back. He's pretty strong defensive, but you see how low he is. Well, then he's an ideal candidate for this as well, because he's creating space by his low body's posture here. It's like this, and getting back, and he's just easy to catch with this right there. So that's why you see this style really popular in Sambo, wouldn't you say? Because you see this a lot, you use it in Sambo, I know.
And it also works off like if you catch them when they're shooting in. So if they've got a bad shot and you just caught it coming in, you get a hold right over.
Yeah, it's really good. It shoots in low. This is a great counter for a low shoot. Remember that Uchi Mata? Maybe a little more traditional, but it's pretty good. Sometimes you're going to catch him if he's very low. You'll catch him low. And you're going to catch him up here. You're going to be catching down here at the low ankle sometimes. So he may be, be way out wide, and he's not giving you much, okay? So you might have to just catch that. You're still going to get an Uchi Mata on him. See, so anywhere along that inside of that leg is fair game for you. Show it one more time on it, really, because again, he may be super low, and that works very well at low one. And we've done that before, and it really is an effective move. Understand, another thing, guys, for the newer guys, it's a great way to learn Uchi Mata, because you learn it quicker, you'll have better skill with it pretty much quick right off the bat. And then we're going to add just something to this a little later, but right now let's concentrate on this. We good? Okay, let's give it a go.